The Abyss. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to very low camera sensitivity. What is it with games and low camera sensitivity these days? Like, seriously. Like, I know I like high sensitivity, but come on, kiddos. The Abyss. Defying death. So, spooky horror game. Ambulance. From nation I am not familiar with, definitely not a British one. A foggy mountain road. Decent but not brilliant taste in cars. Oh dear, is that my blood? Warning, reduce speed through turns. To be honest, I don't think speed was the problem, my friend. So, it's locked. So, I have absolutely no idea whatsoever about anything to do with this game whatsoever. I have a sprint, but that seems to be about all. Okay. Aha. On the boot of my car, or the trunk if you prefer. Of course, the logical place to stop. Hang on a minute, I've just realised this is a brick wall in a tunnel on a road. Okay, we got ourselves some sort of Wile E. Coyote levels of shenanigans going on here. I like it. I probably shouldn't be walking in the middle of the road. That's probably quite dangerous. Watch for falling rocks. Maybe don't build a road on a mountainside that's full of rocks. Hi, friend. You look charming. You look like a halfway house between Sloth from the Goonies and a super mutant from Fallout 4, so that's interesting. To be honest with you, that's probably just a bruiser from Point Lookout. Hi, friend. I don't know if you can see that. You might actually be able to see that better than I can. Lighting is weird when it comes to these things. And brightness levels. So, with a massive skull in the sky, some largely armed folks, probably been up to some mischief recently. And a big old tunnel. Getting slight ending of SCP containment breach vibes off of this so far, but it is interesting. Why am I so short? Why am I only door handle levels of height? Oh, you all play that game? Okay. Left or right? Well, I always go for left if it's an option, so oh, I done goofed. Unless they're both wrong. Hi, how's the family, how's the neighbour, how's the kids? How's your hobby of being a total douchebag? Oh, clock. Brilliant. I was wondering what time it was. I think it's screw you a clock. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. Suppose I'm just going to have to run for it and hope. I don't know what you're worrying about. I'm an expert when it comes to these kinds of things. Oh, I think I'm going to heaven. I'm live. It's like that scene where Q tries to convince Jean-Luc Picard that he's God. Okay, what is that? Why does the door handle have a central knob? Ugh, these interesting questions that I pose myself about centralized knobs. I'm liking the black and white architecture. It reminds me of home. That makes me happy. Oh, a light. I love that. Ah, good. I have a nice animation for my hand. Oh, okay, so I can turn it off and turn it back on again, should I so desire. Thank you. Dressmaker scissors. Shall I have those? No, I didn't think so, because I can't pick them up. I have this key, though. Okay, it's definitely click to interact, not E. I should remember that. Ah, they're all locked, so I have to turn my back on boobs here. Lovely. Oh, come on. Is it to the white door? It is, isn't it? The odd one out. You just stay right over there, freak. Ah, it does its effects nicely. I like this. I didn't tell you to turn that off. Could you turn that back on, please? No, apparently not. I don't have any choice in the matter. What, TV? Okay, I'm getting so many vibes off so many different games. Nobody's home! I think. I don't even know if that noise is in real life or not. Hello? Package from moi? Some fag ends, I suppose, if that's been used. Can I hide in the closet? Can I hit them with a lampshade? Can I sit in this chair and ponder my poor life choices? I have no idea. Can I jump out the window? I get it. You want to come in and I want to go out. However, I am currently befuddled as to the method of which we are to execute this little objective of ours. Anything in here? Nothing I can see. It's always the curse of games like these. You get stuck somewhere and you never know what you're supposed to click on. Oh, I'm supposed to click on this absolutely minute tiny thing, which there's almost no chance I ever would have seen it otherwise. Of course it is. Well, little friend. Hi, much less little friend. Oh dear, my landlord's not going to be pleased about that. I'm not going to get my deposit back now, am I? Thank you. Oh, really? That's it? Oh no, don't say that's it. You had all these chapters. Well, it is just a demo, but... oh, gosh. So many short games. What happened to the nice, really long, chunky games? Never mind. That cinematic that went by so fast, I didn't have time to mention it. It reminded me of a lot of games. It reminded me of The Evil Within. It reminded me of... what was it called? I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. That game where you use a camera to fight off... Fatal Frame, that's the thing I'm talking about. You use a camera to fight off ghosts. It reminded me of Fatal Frame. It reminded me of Outlast a tiny bit. But this has a lot of potential. This is exciting. This is wild. This has a lovely art style. I want to know what would happen if I... can I skip this at all? I don't think so. I want to know what would happen if I A, jump off the cliff in front of that skull, and B, go and say hello to that friend with the massive mandibles. I want to say hello to him. So I'm going to subject this bloke to another horrifying death. And then I'm going to almost knock the desk over, and then we are going to meet our friend. Oh, friend, where are you? Where are you, friend? There's friend. Hello, friend. You are most girthy. Oh, wow, you have a cool design. Remind me of something out of Skyrim, crossed with something out of Doom, crossed with something out of Fallout. You're fantastic. You died. I did indeed. But genuinely, all stupidity on my part aside, this is genuinely really good. When will the full version be out? Buy the full version, of course it is. Yes. but these folks have a lot of potential here. This is a lovely art style and a nice blend of cinematics, which is something that surprisingly is in a very small number of indie games. It's really rare to see cinematics in an indie game. I don't know why, but it is. But this music, it's fantastic. I love it. So there's obviously a lot more work yet to be done here. I only saw the first 2 parts of what is 12 parts. So that's only a sixth of the game, but this has an enormous amount of potential. Some people might criticize it a little bit for doing a number of cheap jump scares, but I'm actually going to turn that down a tiny bit. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but at the same time I kind of need to be talking at this point. So, yes, somebody might criticize it for some, say, cheap jump scares, but at the same time, cheap jump scares can kind of work if they're executed well, and there's lots of variety to them. That's what you need in a game with cheap jump scares, or cheap-seeming jump scares. You need a lot of variety in them. And this has variety in it. It also has variety of enemies as well, a variety of spooky creatures, which, again, is something which I often find lacking in games. They find one spooky thing and then they run with that the whole time. This spiced it up. It had that spooky thing that was in the doorway, it had the big skull in the sky, it had the big armoured ghoul monster, it had the butcher bloke who was standing outside of the window. It has a lot of variety and a lot of potential. I'd really, really like to see this expanded and see more of this and see what sort of story it wants to tell, because it seems freaky, it seems wild, and I would like to see more of it. But yeah, anyway, next game that you'll see is cool, so enjoy that and enjoy the rest of the triple barrel shotgun of horror I suppose this is. You are on a retreat with your dear grandpa when you suddenly hear a scream back at the campfire. Helpful tips: be sure to grab the shotgun and follow the lanterns to progress. It's also just struck me I haven't got any sound on. Give me a moment. Bloody hell. Okay, now I've got the sound working again. Sorry, I forgot about the sound again. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cabin Fever. And me getting stuck on rocks. No, that's an invisible barrier. Okay, so where's dear grandpa gone? And where's the shotgun? I feel like I would feel a bit safer. Given my extensive experience with shotguns, I feel like I would feel a bit safer with a shotgun in hand. That's not a very useful well. Unless it's just full of chocolate milk. Is it a chocolate milk well? Oh my Gideon, that would make me so happy if there was a chocolate milk well. Okay, is this one of the lanterns I'm supposed to be following? What sort of a wood has a fence in it? Sorry, I see the fence gets rather upset if you question its life choices. I feel I would be much the same way if you started questioning my existential reasoning. Ah, the campfire. Cabin Fever. Oh, I like this. This reminds me of old low-budget VHS slashers, which is always a good thing in my mind. Hello. Is there anybody hiding in here? Whoa, whoa. Okay. Oh man alive. Okay, so today's been very, very unsuccessful in many different regards, so I suppose it was only fitting that I be unsuccessful in attempting to play a game as well. So, we have ourselves a baddie. A baddie that I barely got a look at, but reminds me slightly of a stereotypical Parisian mime. So, allow me to retrieve my saviour, the shotgun. So is he hiding in the bathroom? Is that why he murdered me? I disturbed him while he was attempting to deal with his most private of businesses? Grandpa? Where are you? Oh, I thought it was another weapon. It's just a broom. I'm an idiot. What is that? That looks like an insane asylum. Many, many books. I see my grandfather was something of a literary expert. Now, were these grenades or very small watermelons? Who knows? Many pictures of old things and old people from olden times and strange... What? I do not know where he's coming from. I do not get what this kid is doing. I'm starting to think it might be like an inactivity killer, like because I'm standing around too much, that he is trying to murder me. So perhaps I should stop hanging around like some sort of a lazy lunatic and actually get off my lazy butt and move. Maybe I should try doing that. So, third time's a charm. Let's grab the shotgun, sincerely hope that it has some bullets in it, and get the heck out of here. So, let's follow the lanterns. Oh, and the blood. Yes, the blood's a brilliant idea. Let's definitely follow that. I can't possibly imagine how that could go wrong. It's also just struck me I haven't even tried to fire this thing yet, which surprises me. Okay, so no stereotypical killer mime's gonna get him. Am I missing something here? Are there any controls? No, there doesn't appear to be. Okay, I will admit that I am thoroughly befuddled. So, we found a coffin. So does that mean my grandfather has been dead a long time, or does it in fact infer some sort of vampiric influence on the local area? I don't know. The world seems nice, and the atmosphere is nice. The sound design is nice. Styles are nice. I just cannot for the life of me figure out how under the sun I am supposed to defend myself because I can't see him before he gets me. So, let us return to the coffin. I'll back up against the wall and prepare to meet death head on. What do you expect me to do at this point? What precisely are you trying to get me to do? Because frankly, I would have more idea of what to do if you told me to build a quantum computer than playing this game. Okay, never mind. Let us retrace our footsteps down the path of mud, or quite possibly poop, and try that again. Okay, I'm starting to think I may have got it wrong, because it looked, I might be mistaken, but it looked like there was a pathway to the left. Just before we went through that little crevice in the rock, it looked like over here there might have been a pathway through here? No? Okay, there's definitely not a pathway there then. Through here? No, there's nothing here either. Okay. So... oh, no, this is the pathway in the rock I was talking about. No, this isn't it either. Ow! Ow, I'm so sorry. You probably heard an enormous crash then, didn't you? I just cracked my kneecap on the underside of the desk. This desk is a lot lower than the one I'm used to working with. Never mind. We saw him though. Giddy on. This is like routine back in the old days. Back in the very beginning of the channel. Okay. I saw him though. For a split second I saw him, which means he doesn't just appear and kill you, he does actually have to get to you, he does have to reach you, and he does have to murder you. Which means I have the possibility to defend us. I can protect you from this marionette copying, red jumper wearing, bobble-headed bozo. I can do this. Have faith in me. Have faith in the power of unending stupidity. Huh. What did I tell you? He dead. Everybody dead. Well, if everybody is him. Hi. So is my objective just to shoot him forever? Because I'm more than willing to do that. More than willing to do that. Where the heck am I supposed to go then? Do I go back to the cabin? So you just turn up a few times and then leave you alone for a while? Ye irritating fella. Man alive. I am very confused as to what my objective is. Presumably my objective is to find my grandfather. But beyond that, I'm rather stuck. Because he doesn't seem to die when you shoot him. He merely seems to be displaced into another realm, another realm of reality, one of insanity and craziness, which I believe is where all mimes are born from. If you shoot him for a while. Okay, so I don't seem to be able to access this, so perhaps I need to find a key so that I can access the back portions of the cabin. I need to find the key to get into the back door. Is what I'm after. If you catch my drift, I'm looking for a back entrance. So, I can't see a way of interacting with this. Can't see, no, I can't click on this. Oh, I can zoom. I can zoom, but I can't do anything else. Can I go further into the forest? Oh, I can. I cannot see anything. But I am surviving for at least a moment. I also think he does have footsteps, which is helpful, but not if I can't see. Ah, another well. So he turned up a third time before, but I'm not seeing him this time. Okay, there's definitely stuff here. There's stuff, I just cannot see anything, and probably neither can you. I don't know why I say probably, as if you could see something I can't, but you know what I mean. Recordings are weird, alright? I never understand quite how things are going to turn out in the end. Ugh, where is the frickin' pathway? Here we are, this looks more promising. Okay, let's just trace our way around this rock face, and then eventually we've got to walk into another visible wall. Great, can I shoot them? Really? It's a knotted rope and I can't just shoot it to make the rope go away. I thought we were talking about the 80s here. Okay, I've managed to get myself somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. Oh, I've managed to work my way back here. Well, this is an interesting predicament. If I claim to understand what the hell is going on, I would be lying through my back teeth. Let's return to the camp for a moment and attempt. Aha, this door is now open. Excellent. We now have new pathways to explore, new avenues of potential death, misery, destruction, and floating trees. Lovely stuff. I'm guessing this is the wrong way then. I'm not seeing any more lanterns though. But I will push through this. I will clip through the rock face, because that's always good. I will spy a little flower. Hello. Now a dead flower. Excellent. My quota of flower death has been fully fulfilled. What the heck is going on? Where am I going? What am I doing? And why am I doing it? I have so many questions and so few answers. Okay, I'm starting to think this isn't the right way either. I'm also starting to think that going through the trees isn't the right idea. Because that never seems to end well for me. Oh, gosh. Right. Give me a minute. I will try and get back. I'll get back to the door in the cabin and then we'll come back. Okay, okay. I swear that Hi, friend. Oh, is it round here? Oh, it was round the side the whole time. Well, thanks to him, I've actually managed to figure out where the heck I'm going, so that's good, isn't it? Thanks to our murderous friend who's trying to ruin my life, I've managed to figure out where I'm going. That's brilliant. Okay, I feel like there's going to be an avalanche or something in a minute. Getting flashbacks to scenes. Every noise, I think it's his footsteps. Flashbacks to scenes in Ice Age, I think. Like it's just going to start crushing down upon me. Okay, I feel like that's the wrong way. Walking over there is going to trigger him to turn up, so I'm not going to do that. I think I'm producing footsteps is the thing, and I'm mistaking them for his. I'm hearing noises in real life and not knowing where they're coming from. Okay, this is interesting setup. So, we've got ourselves radio and a lot of gore. That's lovely, lovely. That's one of my one of grandfather's favourite activities, always to pile on the gore and the tunes. This game could really do with a saving feature. Okay. I'll do it all over again. Crying out loud. Hi, friend. Could you kindly die in a great big fire? Okay, so he is once again removed from the equation, and we can return to our quest of trying to figure out what we're doing with our lives. Oh wait, hang on a minute, I'm recording, aren't I? Sorry, I meant let's try and figure out where the time we left our grandfather. Like season 1 of Outnumbered all over again. It's getting ridiculous. Like seriously, I can't figure out what I'm doing. I can't figure out why I'm going there. I can't figure out anything. I can't make any progress because there's no evidence to imply where I should be going because they seem to just be covered in dead ends constantly, and he appears so quickly that I do not have time to react, and because there's no saving, I have to go through the entire thing again to get to the end of it. So it seems like this game has promise. It's pretty, it has a nice style, it's got a nice sort of identity with the old sort of slasher thing. So I like it. It's just not very playable in the sense that I can't really do a lot with it. So I don't really know if we're going to see this or not. I'm going to have to wait until I've finished editing it, I think, before I know whether this is actually uploadable or not. But if you did see it, then this has probably been a shotgun. I hope that you've either enjoyed what you're about to see or what you've just seen. I haven't got a clue what's going on, basically. So enjoy either the next game, or I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. Good night, or good night in after you get the idea. These birds remind me of home. I don't know why, because I never got up early enough to actually hear the birds singing in the trees outside my home, but if I ever had, this would remind me of them. So, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and I have no idea where the menu screen is. Am I supposed to press a button? Oh, I think I am. Pressing W and I can move around the camera a little bit. Okay, so we seem to have a sort of an old VHS filter going on. Okay, I've reached the top, I can't go any further, so I'm going to go across instead. What's that? That word. Okay, I don't know what the buttons are. I didn't even bother looking at the... Okay, I suppose I'm going off and looking for something else. So this is called Skywatching. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skywatching, rather. This is apparently inspired by a series of YouTube videos. I have no idea, I didn't look up what they were. But there's lots of weird stuff on YouTube, including myself. So, it wouldn't surprise me at all if there was something a bit weird that somebody decided to base a video game on. So, presumably we're looking through a telescope at constellations of stars in the sky, judging from the name. This reminds me of planet Jupiter. Ah, so we are looking at the stars. We're looking at various astrological phenomena through a telescope. That must have been the name of some constellation or something that I'm not familiar with. So I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know why I'm going there. Is this the same thing as before? Yes. I don't think I can try with this. Give me a moment to check the README just to see if there's any controls I'm missing. Aha. Z, it says. Say Z to zoom. Okay. So now I have zoomed in on this area. These stars. Which remind me slightly of a pork chop for some reason. Probably because it's late in the day and I'm hungry. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why I'm looking at this, but X allows you to zoom out. Yes, that is definitely the sound of shifting of a VHS tapes. I remember it. I was going to say I remember it fondly from my childhood. I don't. I remember it horribly from my childhood. So, oh God, actually, it wasn't the VHS tapes that were the problem. It was the SCART leads. Oh gosh. If you're lucky enough to have grown up with HMDI cables, you have no idea what the pain a SCART lead was. And be grateful that you'll never know what the pain of a SCART lead was. Bent pins and all your characters go green. Different bent pins and all your characters go purple. Different bent pin and they all get amazingly deep voices. It was fun, but it was also really, really annoying. You just wanted to sit there and watch a program. Is that all this is? You just zoom in and out on a couple of different things. There must be more, right? Oh, the moon? The moon. Her shell. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not the clarification that NASA gives her, but, ooh, the fleet. Hi, friends. You don't look very pleasant. Why are there paw prints on the moon? Why is there a butthole on the moon? The Holy Corpse. I don't remember that chapter in the good book. Do not make them wait. Okay, if you insist. I won't do that naughty thing. Oh, for crying out loud, I'm sick of gamers doing that. This was the last game I had downloaded, and I was really, yeah, that's the channel. That's the channel it's from. I suppose these are the most credits I'm getting out of the game, so I suppose I'll leave this up here. Yeah, this is the last game I had today. I had downloaded and I had the opportunity to play. So I was really, really hoping that this one could just be normal after a load of crazy stuff. But it was not to be. So, that was interesting. I haven't seen a format quite like that before. I feel like it has been used somewhere before, but I can't quite remember where. So it may have existed somewhere, it may not have. I don't know. But that was interesting. It builds something up. and it had an interesting atmosphere, and it built up a bit of a story with some aliens and some weird religious goings on, but then it didn't really do anything with them, which is a shame. But overall, it was interesting, it was different, and it was nice. It was just really short, like everything else today. But never mind, this has probably been a collection of short games all put together into one thing, so that's nice. That kind of mucks up my schedule, but never mind, I'll work with it. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for this collection of short and mostly weird games. Thank you very much for joining me. Look after each other, and good night.